Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to talk about how to be a mother effing magnet. And I just want to thank my beautiful friend Lizzie Vince because uh, she has coined that phrase, mother effing magnet, and I freaking love it. So we're going to use that today, but I'm shouting out the credit for her. So I just want to let you know that she's amazing. Go check her out. What is she? Mojo Coaching. Find Your Mojo Coaching. Yes, she was a guest a few episodes ago, and definitely go listen to that episode too. But today I want to talk about how you do that and the difference between content and messaging. Because that, my friend, is actually a big misconception that your content, is your messaging, which it is and it isn't, right? So what does that mean exactly? It means that, for most of us, and I am guilty of this as well, is that, we create our programs or our offers or our courses first, and then we try to build an audience around that. Because we think that that's what our audience needs. Except we forgot about the messaging around that. And it's not just around that, it's around your business. So this kind of builds in, it does definitely build into your brand, but it is like the core of your brand and your business. So your messaging is like, it's how you stand out. It's what creates the demand for your products, services, whatever it is that you're selling. It's how you communicate really what you're standing for. And it's so hard for me to explain sometimes because I can feel things so deeply. And I'm like, I have to like get this out to my audience so that they understand. And then when I do that, sometimes I get all tongue tied because I can feel it so much that I don't know, can't get the words out. So, your messaging is totally what really makes you stand out and sell out. How you're being perceived in the marketplace is everything. So, your content is amazing, right? We want to produce amazing content, valuable, amazing content for our audience, our listeners, whatever it is. We want people to read our content. We want people to engage with our content, which is all amazing. But what are they doing with that content? Are they getting something from it? Are they, taking an action from it? Is it inspirational, motivational, all of those things? Content's amazing, but content without the right messaging behind it is pointless. So what is it that we need to really dig into here to figure out what that messaging means? And if some of you are like, cocking your heads to the side going, but I thought my messaging was built into my content. Yes, amen to that. It is. But do you have your messaging totally dialed in? Because it doesn't, because if you don't, it doesn't really matter what you try to sell, right? If you stand for nothing, or if your audience or listeners, clients, potential clients feel like you stand for nothing, then they're probably going to find somebody who they feel that they can rally behind and push forward a vision with that person. Because that's our nature, right? That's how we feel connected. And your messaging should make your audience feel connected to you and your business. So, what is it that we need to do to make sure that we dial in our messaging, right? The things that you need to have in your messaging are: you need to connect with your audience, potential audience, clients, customers, etc. You need to connect to their identity. Who are they? And not just entrepreneur, not just a stay-at-home mom, not just somebody that needs to, fix a relationship, or whatever it is that you offer. I'm air quoting, and I pause there because I'm air quoting because I'm trying to think of the words, and it's not because it's not your offer. It's, whatever it is that you provide is not the identity. And you need to figure out what your identity is in order to figure out who it is that you want to call in as your client. So this isn't even just calling in. This is like you being this little magnet and your clients over here going, oh my gosh, I really need to hear more about this, right? You're pulling them in, you're calling them in, pulling them in. All right. So how do we start? You need to figure out what your core values are. I know you guys have probably heard core values. What are your core values? Like a million freaking times, right? But I'm gonna assume, now we all know what assume can do, right? It can totally make an ass out of you and me. But I'm going to assume that maybe you haven't been given the deeper definition of a core value. Because your core values are actually identities. You will find that when you write your list of core values, it's going to be really easy to put I am in front of that. And these have nothing to do with your products or services. They have to do with who you are. So let's think about that. Who are you, and who are you going to serve, and how are you going to connect with them on the deepest possible level so that they will stand behind your message? Go back and rewind that and listen to that again if you need to. I'll say it one more time. This has nothing to do with your product or service. It has everything to do with who you are, who you're going to serve, and how you're going to connect with them on the deepest level possible, and who will stand behind your message. So I want you to write down 10 core beliefs or core values that you have. What are the most important priorities in your life? Not in your business, in your life. I'm going to read off 10 of mine. Not in any, well, the first 3 are in a particular order, but after that, no particular order. Family, business, intuition, connection, motivation, forward thinking, forward thinker, visionary, integrity, spirituality, empowerment, and freedom. I can put an I am in front of any of those. I am a parent. I am a business owner. I am intuitive. I am a motivator. I am a connector. I am a forward thinker and a visionary. I am in integrity. I am spiritual. I am an empowerer. Is that a word? And I value freedom. So let's do that. Do that. Write down 10 of your identity / core values so that you can put an I am in front of that. Those are the identity, your identities and the identities of the people that you want to magnify, no, that you want to bring in, call in, pull in to your sphere. These are the people you want to talk to. And then the second thing is to be polarizing, right? Be polarizing and shift perspectives and beliefs. So your content shouldn't be about pitching your service, but it should be about building that know, like, and trust and the authority so that they'll buy from you down the road. There is a time and a place for sales. Absolutely. And I'm not saying don't ever, create a sales post. That's not what I'm saying. The bulk of your content, though, like your everyday content that's going out, needs to be building trust, authority, that know, like, trust, authority factor with your audience. So how can you shift beliefs that they have right now? How can you shift a perspective that they feel is normal in their industry or normal for them to be doing as an entrepreneur? Because we all have these certain things that we're like, okay, well, this is how I'm supposed to do it because this is just what everybody else does, or this is what guru XYZ told me to do. So this must be just how I, get successful, get the results, get the 10K months, get the, the book deal, get all of the things. This has to be the only way that it can be done because that's what they told me. Interesting. Are we sure that that's the only way it can be done? Probably not. We are all creative thinkers. We are creatives at heart. We are business owners. We are all visionaries. You can create the crap out of your own process, system, whatever it is that works for you. So how can you shift perspectives and how can you get them to understand and talk into the same beliefs that you have and they have? Because by integrating your own beliefs into your messaging and your content gives you authority. It gives you authority and it makes you stand out. Because not many other people are doing this. They're not pulling their own beliefs into their messaging behind their business so that people are like, whoo, yes, I believe in that too. So connecting on a deeper level that's what's magnetizing. That's what makes people say, hell yes, I'm going to come stand behind you or stand beside you and walk with you because I believe in that shit too. Sorry, I had to take a drink. All right. So here are some questions to ask yourself when you're saying, okay, what beliefs do I have, and what beliefs do my ideal client, my audience have that I want to bond with them on? So what do you want to change in your industry or even in your society or in the world? Like, go big or go home here, right? Ask yourself, that's question number one. What do you want to change in your industry, society, or world? Or the world, your world, the world, whatever. Which is, may I add, the ripple effect, right? So you're like, this is what I want to change. This is what I would like to shift people's perspectives on. Because when I do, the ripple effect going out into the world is going to be impactful and enormous. Oh my goodness, having a little cough fit today. Sorry. All right. Question number 2. What is going on in the industry right now, your industry, your audience's industry right now, that you feel is wrong, bad, the old way of thinking? Or one of those things that people say, well, this is just the way it always is. This is just the way it is. Because we've always done it this way. Hate that. I hate that saying, because just because something has been done a certain way all the time in the past doesn't mean that it always has to be done the same way in the future. So, question number 2. What's going on in your industry right now or their industry right now that is just outdated? It's outdated, and you can show them a different way, shifting perspectives behind beliefs. Number 3, what causes your audience to, cry into their wine glass at night? What causes them to lose sleep at night? What causes them to feel overwhelmed, confused, burned out, or struggle because they think that this is the way it's supposed to be? What are they doing right now that is preventing them from being and having what they want? We're definitely going to go over, some more Be Do Have later. And if you haven't checked out Jim Fortin, go check him out, because incredible. The Be Do Have method is amazing. We're gonna go over that in another episode. But yeah, okay. So number 3 questions that you're gonna ask. Here they are. What do you want to change in your industry, society, or the world, your world, or the world? Number 2, what's going on right now that you feel, like, in the industry that you feel is wrong, bad, the old way, the quote unquote normal way, but there's a better way? And then what causes your audience to just want to pull their hair out of their head because they think that this is how it's supposed to be, but it's so fucking stupidly hard, or it feels wrong, right? So that's another really good one. It doesn't feel good to do it this way. Like cold DMing or sleazy sales content, or clickbaiting, or whatever it is. Like, what are the crappy things that people are like, well, this is getting the fastest results for so and so, so I must have to do it this way, but it really feels shitty to me to do it that way? What are those things? And then when you have all these things done, create a paragraph. Like, I stand for this paragraph, right? This is your, for lack of better words right now, this is what I stand for paragraph. So mine's still in progress, but I will definitely share what mine looks like right now. right now it says, I want to create a society where it's natural for the next generation, my kids, to know that they can create a life of joy, abundance, and impact by wielding their inner magic and not feeling guilty about it. That they can lean into and trust their natural intuition and not feel weird about it. That they can make money with their passion, purpose, and their own unique magic and not feel trapped by today's societal views of what the path to success is supposed to look like. And I know that I can make a bigger impact by helping people like you shift the perspective of your industry by giving you the transformational tools, practices, and techniques so that you stand out and sell out while getting your impactful, soulful message, program, product, or service out to the collective. I know that was a lot. But this is like an elevator pitch on steroids, right? But it is your North Star. It's your true north. This is the thing that all of your content, your offers, your everything, your business points towards this thing. So once you have that, you're never going to have to feel like you don't know what to write in a post again. You're never going to feel like you don't know what to talk about again. You're never going to feel like, you have to constantly create brand new content, because the content that you're creating can be used over and over and over again, regardless of whether you have this statement or not. Your content can totally be repurposed. But when you have this, you're like, oh, I don't like all that stress of writing content, meaningful, valuable, life-changing, transformational content is gone. Like, a freaking men to that, right? I don't know how many times I've sat in front of my computer watching the effing the cursor blink, because I had no idea what to write. What do I say today? Then I started to ask myself, what do my people need to hear today? Great. It still gave me a little bit more clarity, but not a whole lot. But when you have a statement like this and you're like, this is what my business stands for. This is what the change that I want to make. This is my true north, my North Star. You're like, okay, now I understand. Now I know what I need to say, what I want to say, how I want to change the world, how I want to impact my people. These are the things. So that's what I would love for you to do. Answer those 3 questions. Try to write your, actually, I'm not even going to say try. I want you to write your paragraph. Whether it doesn't need to sound like mine. It just needs to come from your heart. It needs to be like, this is what I really stand for. This is what my business stands for. This is why I do what the fuck I do. Right? And it's, like I said, it's not about your product. It's not about your service. This is about you, your beliefs, your core values, and what you're standing behind. So I hope that this creates a better understanding of what core values means, 1. 2, what it means to stand behind something or stand for something in your business. And that, you're going to go out there and just freaking slay it now, because now you're going to, once you do this, like, the content just starts pouring into your brain. You're like, oh, damn, like, okay, I get this, right? And your next program or your next service or your next offer, you're going to be like, hey, what's my North Star? Here's my North Star. How can I create something freaking amazing that's going to change lives that still points to my North Star, so I am not out of integrity, so I am not out of alignment, so that my energy is fucking amazing. And people are going to be like, hell yes, here's my money. Right? Because how many courses or programs or freebies or anything else have you gotten? And you're like, ooh, this sounds so freaking amazing, blah, blah, blah. And you buy it, or you sign up for it, or you do the thing and you get in there and you're like, this is not what you said it was. Or you're like stuck left going, like kind of holding the bag going, okay, well, you gave me all this information, but you didn't tell me what to do with it. Or now I got to piece all this together myself. You gave me a whole bunch of great information. Great. But now what? You know, while your offers and your freebies and your courses and all of those things should be leading your customers up and through an amazing customer experience, you don't want them holding the fucking bag at the end of your shit. Right? At least I don't. I don't want you guys going through, you know, my one-on-one or a group program or a course or anything else going, okay, well, this is what you said I would have at the end of this. This is all the information you gave me. And then saying, well, now what the hell do I do? It should be, I don't like what they should be saying at the end, or what you should be saying at the end, is what else do you have? Like, I want to learn more from you because you transformed my freaking life or my business or whatever it is. You transformed that shit. And now I want more. That's what they should be saying. It should never be saying, what the hell do I do now? It should be, what else do you have? Because I can't wait to learn more from you or do more with you or work with you. That's what it should be saying. So I hope you got a lot out of this. I would love to hear all of the things that you have to say. Good, bad, ugly, beautiful, amazing, whatever it is, I want to hear it. So tell me all the things. You can tell me on Instagram in your stories, tag me, or you can tell me right here. So either way, I love you guys, and we'll see you later.